Wondering what to do when you don't believe in yourself? If you've been stuck in self-doubt, feeling like no matter what you do, it's never enough, you're not alone and you're definitely not broken. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 8 simple but powerful shifts that can help you to rebuild your belief in yourself. You don't have to have it all figured out right now to get started. These tips aren't about pretending that everything's fine. They're about building a solid foundation of self-belief step by step. Before we dive in, if you want a quick boost in self-belief and confidence, grab my freebie, the 60-second confidence scripts. It's a simple tool with ready-to-go words that you can use to shift your self-talk to feel more confident in yourself fast. I'll link to it below so you can download it for free. Okay, now let's dive in. Tip number 1, belief is something you nurture by taking action, not just thinking your way into. So let's start with a truth that you don't hear often enough. As much as I love doing mindset work, belief isn't something you can just think your way into. It's something you nurture through both action and the way you speak to yourself every day. Positive thinking alone isn't enough, unfortunately, but it absolutely matters, especially when paired with action. Every time you show up, even when you don't feel ready, you're showing yourself what's possible. So if you don't fully believe in yourself yet, that's okay. Real belief comes from taking action, both through working on your mindset and actually doing the things that stretch your comfort zone, not just from waiting to feel ready, unfortunately. Tip number 2, focus on what you can do. It's easy to obsess over what you're not doing well. But what if you shifted your focus onto how capable you actually are? Think about it. You've already survived every hard day you've ever had. You've overcome so many challenges without even realizing it. And you're so capable of amazing things. Start noticing the tasks you complete, the kindness you show, and the effort that you give. These are proof that you're stronger than you think. Your brain believes what you focus on, so focus on your capabilities, not your shortcomings, and your belief will quietly grow in the background. Tip number 3, shift from negative to supportive self-talk. Another thing to watch out for is the language and tone that you're using to talk to yourself. This is important because your inner voice is the most influential voice you'll ever hear. It's with you 24/7 for the rest of your life. Imagine if you spoke to your best friend the way you speak to yourself. How would she feel? Negative self-talk isn't harmless. It erodes your self-esteem until you feel like you're incapable of doing anything right. Instead, practice speaking to yourself like someone you deeply care about. Be gentle and encouraging. This isn't about toxic positivity. It's about choosing words that nurture you instead of tearing you down, so that you build up an empowered relationship with yourself, even if that feels awkward at first. If you want help with using empowering self-talk, be sure to grab my copy of the 60-second confidence scripts. I put together some powerful language that can make such a difference to how you feel about yourself. In fact, this is one of the key changes I made to go from severely depressed and anxious to now loving myself and my life. So if you only implement one tip from this video, let it be this. Tip number 4, celebrate your wins, even the tiny ones. Make sure you're celebrating your wins, no matter how silly they might seem. When you celebrate your wins, even the small, messy, or imperfect ones, you teach yourself that showing up and making progress is a good thing. Did you show up today even though you were scared? That's worth celebrating. Did you speak kindly to yourself when you normally wouldn't? That's a win. We can't always control the results our actions will create, but we can control how we show up, and we can be proud of every effort that we put in and every moment that we embody the values that are important to us. It's not about achieving your goals perfectly, it's about noticing how much you're already doing and building up momentum from that. Tip number 5, avoid comparison. Another shift that's really powerful, stop comparing yourself to other people. Now, I know that's easier said than done, but comparison is one of the fastest ways to spiral into self-doubt. When you compare your life, your pace, or your growth to someone else's highlight reel, it's easy to feel like you're not doing enough or that you're somehow behind. But the truth is, you're not behind. You're just on a different path. No one has your exact story, your exact experiences, or your exact dreams. The more energy you spend on comparing, the less you have to build a version of a life you love. So anytime you catch yourself comparing, gently bring your focus back to your own lane and celebrate your own growth. There's no race. Each of us can live a life that is meaningful to us if we focus on our own journey. Tip number 6, stop worrying about what others think. This tip is a biggie. Stop worrying so much about what other people think. Fear of judgment can stop you from even trying. It can keep you small, quiet, or stuck in people-pleasing mode. But most of the time, people are way more focused on themselves than on anything that we're doing. And if they are thinking about you, their opinions don't define who you are or your value. Lean into becoming the kind of person that you like, regardless of what anyone else thinks, and you'll find other people's opinions matter less and less. Tip number 7, set small goals. That might seem like a strange thing to say because most people encourage you to set big goals that have you reaching for your wildest dreams. In fact, I've worked with coaches who have told me my goals are too small and that I need to choose goals that feel just a little bit impossible even. But if your self-belief is shaky, then setting big goals is just going to make things even worse. Instead, try to set goals that feel both exciting but incredibly doable so that it feels easy to follow through and get that small win. This will build up evidence to yourself that you can do the things you set out to do. Tip number 8, keep showing up. The most important part to building your self-belief is just to keep on showing up. Your belief in yourself will feel shaky sometimes, and that's totally normal. But every time you take a small action to create a positive mindset or stretch your comfort zone, you're building a foundation for strong self-belief. The more you do this, the more you'll believe in yourself and your capabilities until one day, sooner than you think, you'll be able to achieve things that once felt impossible. So if you don't fully believe in yourself yet, please know that doesn't mean that you never will. Belief is something that you can build. These small shifts might feel simple, but when you apply them consistently, they change everything. If you want a simple tool to keep in your back pocket, don't forget to download the 60-second confidence scripts. It's the tool I wish I had when I was stuck in self-doubt, and it's completely free. The link is right below in the video description. Lastly, keep going. You're doing great. You're already doing better than you think. I believe in you and you're not alone in this. Now that you know what to do when you don't believe in yourself, you might be wondering how to actually get confident using evidence-based tools. Well, it all starts by watching this next video here, because when you pair what you just learnt with what's in this video, you'll have an incredibly strong foundation for better self-belief and confidence.